I'm 61 now. I've been in IT for 40 years in an area which is more, it's called business intelligence, and basically that's gathering data, mashing it all up, and then trying to make sense of it to tell a story about a business, about where it could improve or where it's going well. So I was Googling passive income, and I stumbled across commercial property and Helen, and saw, I think it was on one of the, on the internet somewhere, an interview that she had with somebody, and I was taken in with she appeared very natural. The way she expressed herself, it wasn't a sales pitch, it was just facts, figures, knowledge, a lot of wealth of knowledge that I felt comfy with. And so then there was a boot camp in Glen Waverley, that was last September, and I went along there, got a little bit more comfortable with the whole commercial property because it was out of my, my comfort zone. I've had one or two residential properties as investments, bought numerous houses along my journey, but never thought of commercial. And I'm coming up to retirement. I'm 61, looking for income in my retirement, and I thought, with the amount of super I've got at the moment, I could sit that and get my whatever percentage return, but probably it would, in retirement, it would eat into that as well. And what I thought was, with commercial property, I've got an asset, or two or three or whatever, but an asset pool that's going to return money and increase with either CPI or whatever the lease you can get out of the lease, plus the asset itself is probably going to increase as well. And I thought, well, that would be a good thing, so that, and I was sort of planning for the future when I'm 95 and shuffle off the mortal coil, that at least my kids will end up with more as well. So there was a bit of future planning and looking at commercial. It just looked better than other options. So investing in shares or just with a super fund. The property was $460, but that was the advertised price, and I think my loan is $250, something like that. But it was around about the 7.5% yield, with a view to it being a growth property. Do you know, I've only been doing that property I bought in, settled, I think in, gosh, it was either January. It's only just settled in January, and I'm buying another one. It's been a roller coaster ride. Yeah. So I know, I don't know the figures off the top of my head. I've got spreadsheets where I've calculated all this out. Yeah, I've got a 5-year plan, if you will, or longer. I'm happy to keep working as long as I can, as long as I'm still enthused to get up in the morning and go to work. Yeah. And so I'm happy for this to grow. The intention is to have 2 or 3 debt-free assets, properties, in 5 years' time. And this was just the start. I had a friend, I still have a friend. He invested in positive cash flow in residential, and I never ever even thought of that. I never even thought you could have a positive cash flow, but you can. And so that was the thing that sparked it for me. I thought, well, I can have a loan, and it's still making money. I'm still getting positive cash flow in there. I think I talk about it with enthusiasm to my friends, and they all want to jump on board too. So, because they hear me, I'm obviously very. So Helen's team, the team that I've been working with, is my financial group with Jolene and some of her staff, and they've been superb. So they set up my my company, my superannuation trust, my Bear Trust, and for me, I've probably signed, I don't know how many pieces of paper, loads, but it's been made easy. So I think what Helen's got together with that consortium has been brilliant, just because the people there are passionate. It's turned into fun rather than it being hard work, so I like that. And you're in amongst it with other people, and you're all sharing that you're on the same bus.